G'day, my name is Tim Coleman from Sandhurst 4-Wheel Drive Club, and this is how I service my 4-wheel drive. Ryco sell a 4-wheel drive service kit for popular makes of 4-wheel drive. For the GU Patrol, the kit contains 2 oil filters, a fuel filter and an air filter. This can be a more economical way of buying everything you need, but you can also get the parts individually. Okay, let's start with the air filter. This is an easy one to change and a good one to start with. Okay, here's the air filter housing, 4 clips. And lift it out of the way. Now on the GU Patrol, the rubber side of the filter, the rubber gasket faces down, and that's to prevent water from getting in. The foam side stays up. It'll actually fit both ways. Okay, 4 clips back on. While the car's cold, let's check the coolant. Radiator cap. As you can see, coolant's right up to the top. Cooling system in a car is a closed system, so if you're losing coolant, top it up, check it again in a week. You should see there should be an empty line and a fill line on the side. Just make sure that the water's in between the 2 levels. You can top this one up just with regular tap water. In my case it's a little bit low, so I'm just going to top it up with some water. Okay, next one we're going to do is the fuel filter. Okay, now, fuel filter. So this is where people tend to get stuck when they get air in the lines, because old diesels tend not to like that. This is the fuel inlet, this is the fuel outlet, this is the primer pump, this is the filter, this is the drain. I'm going to disconnect the electrical connector first. I don't know if you can see this. It's basically just a simple plug. Now we'll take the fuel outlet. Inlet. And we'll remove the 2 bolts. And here we go. Now that we have our fuel filter over our bucket, grab a pair of multi-grips. There we go. Now you'll see this little float thing and the seal here. We get a new seal with a new filter, so we'll just put this aside for now. Depending on how tight this is on, you might be able to do this by hand. There we go. Okay, so we take the new filter, get some oil on your finger, and just lubricate the rubber seal. Take the filter block and install the new filter. I tend to do these a little bit tighter than an oil filter, but still only using your hand. Now take the drain thingo, install the new seal on with some oil on it, and then we just screw it on. Again, don't over tighten, but it is good to just make sure it is secure. Okay, now it's time to reinstall the filter. Now for this bit you'll need the same tools that you used for before, and I managed to steal this from the Mrs. ironing cupboard. I use this container to reprime the pump, and I'll show you how that works. So reinstall with the 2 bolts. And reconnect the inlet. Grab your iron container, put it under the outlet, and we want to start priming the filter. Can take a few goes. Okay, so you can see now we've got fuel coming out the top. This is a little trick that I find makes it easier to prime. What we want to do is we want to pour some of this fuel back into the outlet, and what we're trying to do is avoid any air in the system. So we pour this in until it gets up to the top, and then we can connect the outlet. And tighten her up. Okay, one last thing, reconnect the electrical connector. Now, with any luck, we shouldn't have any issues. But let's see how we go. done everything that I like to do when the car's still cold, and now we're headed off to the petrol station. Okay, we're at the petrol station. I like to chuck in some injector cleaner when I service. This is optional, but it's up to you. Just chuck it in with a full tank of fuel. First of all, make sure you've got a bucket under here that's that can take the full capacity of oil. So the TD42s takes 10.5 litres of oil. This we've got a 15 litre bucket, so we should be right. Okay, so first of all, take the sump plug out and drain the oil. 14mm socket. A little bit of a finesse to this. Okay, and here's the oil that's come out. Okay, time to change the filters. Now, sometimes we better get these off just with hand. Sometimes a filter wrench really helps. I like this sort of filter wrench, and what I generally do is I'll just loosen them a little bit. Just like that, so they can turn. Another little trick to make this process a bit cleaner is I use freezer bags, and I wrap the freezer bag around the filter, and it just minimises the amount of oil that you're going to make a mess with. And there you go. That's one of the filters. Process with the other one's much similar. Okay, that's the filters. This is the sump plug that we've taken out, and this is the old washer. When you're ordering when you're getting your service kit, always a good idea to ask them for a new washer. You can reuse, some people reuse them, but I prefer not to. So that's just going to get turfed, and I've got our new washer here. So that just goes on like that, and then we screw it back into the sump. Basically we're just going to clean up around the sump plug like that. Our new washer and bolt. And a 14mm socket to tighten it up. Okay, now we can go ahead and put the oil in. I just use a milk bottle, and I fill the milk bottle and then tip it into the engine. I find that's just a convenient way to measure it, and it avoids you not lifting something really heavy, trying to pour it in the top of the engine. Funnel reduces your risk of making a bit of a mess when you do this. Alright, so this engine takes 10.5 litres, so we're going to do this 4 more times to make up 10 litres, and then we're going to start the engine and check the level of the oil. Okay, so we've put 10 litres of oil in, and I've checked that the sump plug's in, and we should be good to go. Now you'll see down here the oil pressure light. What we're looking for is that to go out within a few seconds after we start the engine. So let's go. And the oil pressure light's gone out. Now I'll just let the engine idle for a little bit, and then we'll stop and check the dipstick.